For this video, we're going to go through and demonstrate some of the features of iron boundary when you're in the multi-frequency operation. We've shown you bottle cap reject and a little bit of iron boundary in some of our other videos, but this one will work specifically on iron boundary. We'll show you the difference in how things report in multi-frequency versus single frequency, not just on Garrett multi-frequency machines, but on others. If you're hunting in a single frequency, you can get one number for a ferrous target. And if you go to a multi-frequency, you can get a different number. You'll experience that on Vortex, and we've tested a lot of the other machines that have multi-frequency. You'll see the same variance. They're generally pretty consistent in the single frequencies, but it's a different analysis when you get to multi. As you know, with our three-tiered system, you have 2 tiers of ferrous, and that analysis is going on in addition to the non-ferrous central region. So we'll show you a couple of ferrous targets, both in single and multi, and we'll do another demonstration or two of iron boundary. So to demonstrate iron, I've got a nail here I just dug out of the ground. I'm in 18 kilohertz, so I'm in a single frequency. So let's go this way with the nail. 28. Now as I change direction on the nail, the numbers change. It's anywhere from 20, 19 to 22. That's the way ferrous objects work, is the orientation to a coil like this. So 21, 22 to a higher number that direction. Now in Vortex and other multi-frequency machines, you will not necessarily have the same reading. It's a different analysis going on in the multi-platform. Here's the same nail going this direction. It was 20, 21. It's a 16, 18, so it's a little different. And as I turn on it, it's an 18 or so. So not the same reading between single and multi. With Vortex, your iron boundary is a key setting for helping you reclassify iron targets that might otherwise sound like good targets. Great thing to have on an old site like this that's just filled with iron. And right now, to see where I am, I'm set up here with no iron boundary, no bottle cap. I've got standard mode on, which means I've got iron to scrim of about 27, so it'll identify some iron. Don't have any notching in. 5 on my tones, 1 on my speed, 4 on my channel and multi-frequency. Turn the iron up a little bit so you can hear it. Turn up the good volume so you can hear it a little bit. Sensitivity, I'm at 6. And as far as ground mineralization, every time I ground balance out here, it's 83, 84 in this area. So a little bit of mineralization, not extreme, but just a little bit. Iron audio's on. So I'm hearing some flanking iron. If I turn the iron audio off, sounds like a great 65 signal for multiple directions. Now, leave the iron audio off. I'm going to go to iron boundary. Let's go to 2 and go back over this again. Starting to break a little bit. As I spin, it's still hitting in the 60s, but I'm getting some lower scale pings here and there. Definitely some good brokenness there. You know, some machines that run a simultaneous multi-frequency, you can have a good target and a ferrous target overlap each other, and the only way to tell the difference in the numbers is they'll flash a red indication if it's ferrous when you've got your ferrous control set. Some call it iron boundary, some call it iron bias. Either way, you're checking ferrous content, either audibly or flashing some red on the screen. In this case, we've got iron boundary cranked all the way to the max. And whatever I've got is out of the ground. It does not sound good now that it's out of the ground. Little piece of round iron there. So thick enough that it was given a good response from one direction, but enough that the iron boundary took care of it. All right, here's a target. I'm in standard multi-frequency still. 65. As I rotate, it breaks up a little bit, but I'm still getting some pretty good 60s. Even with that bounciness, I know this is going to be iron, but just to show you, I'll go in and put iron boundary on, let's say 3. Extremely broken from this angle. Come back over this way. It's bouncing with pixels on the middle and the lower ferrous scale. So to me, that's a clear indication. If I'm still unsure, I can crank up iron boundary even higher. I'm on 5 now. It's just nothing but garbage at this point. But on a low iron boundary setting, you may find, like on a 1, some good may still sneak through. Again, I turn, and as I turn, I get a lot more broken response. But I'll go ahead and dig this target up just so we can see what it was. Should be a piece of iron. Oh, and of course it's in the roots here, so this may take me a minute to get it out. Through this, so I don't put myself in the iron. There, I got it. Whatever it was, this rascal's under this root. There we go. A square nail that's broken off, but it's got a pretty good size head on the top of it. That's giving it a good signal. But you could tell from the iron boundary, it broke it up very good. The higher I set it, the more it was broken up. And particularly as I start to change directions on the target, it tells me pretty quickly that it's iron. So that is some of the value of not digging this kind of stuff, but also finding some of the bullets and buttons we've been finding out here. Okay, so I'm still going through this little campsite here, and I've got the iron boundary on. Here's the shallow target. Could be anything. I could probably almost hit that with a pinpointer, but it's hitting up in the 60s. Right there, I can almost dig it with my fingers. Ah, well, it's not a button, but hey, it's a Civil War bullet. That's pretty cool, but that's the iron boundary, so there was no indication of iron whatsoever. Nice lead target. Could have easily been a button, but it just gave a higher number of the 60s like a button would have. But hey, I'll take it.